If your life is constantly filled with hardship, loss, and suffering, congratulations. As you heard, congratulations, because suffering is the strongest proof that you are not ordinary. Einstein struggled with depression. Lincoln failed 7 times. Frida Kahlo was crushed in an accident. Steve Jobs was fired. Oprah was harassed. Why did these people experience these things? What do they have in common? They not only succeeded, they changed history. So, was their suffering a coincidence? Or was it preparation? Here's the shocking truth. The universe gives ordinary people ordinary lives. They live an average life they can cope with. But those with a great mission are tested, broken, and rebuilt. If your life is hell, perhaps you are an angel. The universe is preparing you for the next plan. By the end of this video, you will learn the real reason for your suffering and how to transform it into strength. But first, ask yourself, why me? There are 2 types of people in life. Group 1, work, home, vacation, retirement, a straight line. They constantly complain and relive the same complaints over and over again, but they don't experience catastrophe because the universe doesn't pay them special attention. This is because they don't dare try anything new, and they blame everyone else. Group 2, constant crisis. Trauma from family, disappointment from relationships, blows from career, warnings from health. But note, despite all this, they manage to remain silent first. These people also possess extraordinary empathy, deep intuition, and creative genius. Which group are you in? If you are in the second group, here's the first truth. Your pain isn't random. The wounded healer, the hidden message of mythology. In Greek mythology, there is a centaur named Chiron, half human, half horse. While other centaurs are wild and uncivilized, Chiron is wise and benevolent. He is the teacher of great heroes, Achilles, Hercules, Jason. But Chiron has a secret, an unhealing wound. Struck by a poisoned arrow, Chiron cannot die because he is immortal, but his pain never ends. This wound drives them to learn the art of healing in depth. They cannot heal their own wounds, but they can heal the wounds of others. Carl Jung called this myth the wounded healer archetype. In other words, the best healers are those who know their own wounds. So what about you? What are the traumas, losses, and disappointments in your life preparing you for? High sensitivity, a curse or a gift? 15 to 20% of the population is born highly sensitive, HSP. These people feel their surroundings very deeply, read the emotions of others, cannot tolerate injustice, need to be alone, seek meaning in ordinary things, actually look for a solution to everything, and always have a belief. This is not a disorder, but an evolutionary gift. Many people who created great changes in history were highly sensitive. Why? Because they can see things that the average person cannot. But there is a price to pay. They experience everything deeply. A loss is like an earthquake for them. A disappointment turns into trauma. But this deep pain also produces deep empathy, creativity, and wisdom. Everyone suffers, everyone falls. What matters is what you do after those falls. Remember, if you're breathing, there's still a way, a solution. If your life seems too painful, perhaps you're feeling too much, and that's a strength. The first sign, I am different. Chosen. Individuals feel a difference from childhood. They cannot fit in with their families. They cannot connect with their peers. They have a feeling of, I don't belong here. They ask deep questions at an early age. Why am I here? What is the meaning of life? This is not an exclusion. It's a sign. Because if you are dedicated to a great task, you cannot fit into small molds. They quickly understand and solve ordinary things and cannot stay there for long because they become aware of the situation and move on to bigger things. Why do the chosen suffer? Why does God allow this? The hardest question. If there is a creator and he chose you, why doesn't he protect you? Why does he allow you to suffer? The answer is shocking, because suffering is the only path to transformation. Everything is balance, the solid foundation, and pillars that hold great buildings upright. Consider this. Gold doesn't shine without being melted in fire. Diamonds don't form without pressure. A butterfly can't fly without emerging from its cocoon. Great transformations don't happen in comfort. Comfort will end, and in time, the work to be done will not be difficult. Viktor Frankl suffered for years in Nazi camps. His family was killed. He was tortured every day. But there he discovered something. Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing cannot: the freedom to choose one's attitude in any situation. Suffering teaches you this freedom. To break is to rebuild. In Japanese art, there is kintsugi. Broken ceramics are joined together with gold dust. The result? The artwork becomes more beautiful and valuable than it was before it was broken. Because the cracks are the story of the artwork. The suffering of the chosen ones is like this too. Every crack adds a layer of wisdom, and a story is written. Every loss deepens empathy. The voice fades. The word rises. Every fall makes the rise possible. If you too have been broken, this is not the end. You are being redesigned. The enemy does not attack. Empty targets? Spiritual teachings say, dark forces do not waste time on trivial things. A thief does not break into an empty house. An army does not attack a village where there is no threat. Similarly, if you are constantly under attack, you have value. Use your value consciously. Jesus carried the greatest light. He suffered the greatest pain. Gandhi liberated a nation. He spent a large part of his life in prison and on hunger strikes. Mandela became president after spending 27 years in prison. Malala won the Nobel Prize after being shot. Do you see? The intensity of the suffering you endure is a sign of the importance of your mission. Being a pillar in the family. Think of the family as a building. The chosen one is like the pillar that holds everything up. But being a pillar isn't easy. Everyone leans on you. You solve financial crises. You help people through emotional breakdowns. You mediate family conflicts. You notice all of this, and no one else does. You experience the hard part internally and solve problems yourself without telling anyone. And often, no one even thanks you. Because the pillar's presence is natural, it goes unnoticed. But if it collapses, everyone feels it. If you are your family's problem solver, that's your role. The dark night before transformation. Mystics call this the dark night of the soul. Every dark night has a sunny morning. Jesus' last prayer before the cross. God, why have you forsaken me? A setback often precedes great breakthroughs. Job loss, followed by a new career. The end of a relationship, followed by true love. A medical diagnosis, followed by a lifestyle change. A financial crisis, followed by abundance and wealth. The darkest moment is just before dawn. If you are currently going through the most difficult period of your life, know this: a breakthrough is coming. It may get even harder, but with perseverance, you will win. Transforming your pain into strength 1. Accept the pain. Don't reject it. First step, stop resisting. Carl Jung said, "What you resist, persists. If you see pain as injustice, you become a victim. If you see pain as a lesson, you become a student. If you see pain as preparation, you become a warrior. Viktor Frankl: if you give meaning to pain, it becomes bearable. 2. Rewrite your story. Ask this question: what is this pain teaching me? Nothing is in vain. Every event has a solution we don't know. Betrayal leads to teaches trust and boundaries. Loss from work arrow teaches you to find your true passion. Illness arrow teaches you to listen to your body. Loss arrow teaches you to appreciate love. Every trauma carries a seed of wisdom. 3. Transform your pain into service. The wounded healer uses their own wounds to heal others. If you have experienced addiction, then guide those who are addicted. If you have experienced depression, then give hope to someone contemplating suicide. If you have been abused, be a voice for victims. If you have experienced a financial crisis, teach others financial literacy. What you teach will both increase your knowledge and skills, and people will be grateful to you and give you spiritual strength. Your pain wasn't for you. Your pain was a bridge for others. 4. Be patient. Every pain has its time. Nothing in nature matures immediately. Bamboo waits underground for 5 years, then rises 30 meters in 6 weeks. The lotus starts in mud and blooms above water. Diamonds form under pressure for millions of years. You also have your time. Pain may seem meaningless now, but in 5 or 10 years, you will look back and see everything has a reason. Now, take a look at your life and think about what you were doing 10 years ago. Does everything you are experiencing today stem from what happened 10 years ago? Please be honest, and I await your answer in the comments. 5. Be strong. You are stronger than you think. The Rival Channel says, the responsibility of being the chosen one has been entrusted to you because you possess unique spiritual power. That's true. God does not give you a burden you cannot bear. If you are experiencing this pain, it means you have the strength within you to overcome it. You may not see it yet, but the pain itself is proof of your strength. Create a better version of yourself by working on yourself without complaining to anyone. The success of the chosen one is not just for themselves. The family is lifted out of poverty. Children receive an education. Generations witness the breaking of the curse. Society finds inspiration. The waves of your victory reach shores you never saw. Remember, suffering is not failure. Suffering is not equal to punishment. Suffering is equal to preparation. If your life is full of difficulties, it doesn't mean something wrong has been done to you. It means something right has been done to you. Did you ask yourself throughout the video, is this me? Am I the chosen one? Here's the truth. If you watch this video to the end, the answer is already within you. Because ordinary people don't watch this kind of content. They look for entertainment, distractions, but you are looking for answers. You are looking for meaning. You are looking for purpose. And this is proof that you are already the chosen one. Now a challenge for you. Write a single word in the comments section. I am ready, or I am afraid. Whichever you write, it is the correct answer. Because honesty is the first step to growth. And if this video made you feel anything, hope, anger, sadness, strength, let others feel it too. Share it. Because maybe a friend, a family member needs to hear this message right now. Don't just like, don't subscribe. Listen, respond, act. Because being chosen is not a passive state. It is an active choice. And the time to choose is now. Final words. What doesn't kill me makes me stronger. Nietzsche. Pain is where the light enters. Rumi. The wound is where healing begins. Yumi Sakugawa.